Hello, my friends, and welcome to today's video break. Psalm 36, verse 1 says, I have a message from God in my heart concerning the sinfulness of the wicked. There is no fear of God before their eyes. It's almost like it's more than a message. It's this truth that David understands that people who don't serve God, that there's no fear of God. And I'm not talking about they're scared, they're afraid. I'm talking about there's no sense of awe. There's no sense of there's something greater than myself. There's no sense of, righteous living, doing the right things for the right reasons to serve God. There's no sense of that. And I think that's a good message for us to understand too. That in my life, I recognize that when people aren't serving God, there's a greater thing going on right now. It's not necessarily their behavior that's a distraction for me. It's the heart of their behavior. Like there's no conscience. There's no sense awareness of serving something greater than themselves. It's wrapped around them. And that's sad to me. It saddens my heart. And so recognizing that, why would we expect anything different from sinful people than to sin? And not to have a sense of awe and wonder, and not to have a sense of respect for God. There is none. They're not believers. And so I think he had this message. It's almost like this awakening to who these people really truly are. And he believed it in his heart. So if we walked around not judging or criticizing or pointing fingers at those who sin, we shouldn't expect any different. That's who they are. That's who we were prior to Christ. And so why would we expect our behavior? Think about the time prior to not believing in the Lord. You probably maybe have thought there's a higher being, there might be a greater thing out there, but there's not this sense of adoration, or I adore him, or I praise him, or I serve. Why would we expect that? And so I think that's what David is trying to say. Why would we? And my heart hurts for that. And I'm hoping that yours does as well. Jesus didn't come for the healthy, he came for the sick. And so, believers, let's stop pointing maybe and start praising God, and allow so much of who God is to be seen out there in the world that we live in. I could see an awakening, can't you? Be blessed.